Y'all tune in every week or every time. Hit the like button, subscribe, do what you're supposed to do. Like, comment, share, tell your people about it. Y'all know what it is. It's the smartest dumb people.
See, man, when you get that type of money, he literally sleeping with other people. So, like, this is a story.
This is the best podcast in the city.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I'm not pandering.
You know what I'm saying? And they take vocals and, script and they...
That's how I'm living on 2 bucks.
You're a real hustler, huh? That's pretty neat. Into it.
But I also mess with
Team, they know she likes to go outside, play soccer by herself. We have to... Make sure, I want to entertain her like Snoop Dogg. He's an icon in all facets of life.
Biggest icon
in the world. But
I feel like they cheat stupid. They gonna get caught. Yeah, they cheat with their dick like we cheat with our mind. I feel like women.
No more. But before I let you explain that, I want to show a little clip of a little monster.
I'm on Pandora, YouTube. I'm on
students and everybody. Carl.
I'm trying to find.
It is what it is.
fine if you bring to Ryan the Pimp. And Ryan,
There's 2 cats. No, you can hustle them anyway. There's 2 cats in high school.
this is the coldest fucking thing that's going on. These the realest niggas out
Yeah, you already know.
Like, for real, like, this.
God, I go off the mentality of the woman. And I know if I know my woman.
Smart dummy!
Let's go! Welcome. This is the Smartest Dumb People, and I'm the host, Anthony That Dude Johnson. And always at this table, Willie A.B. and Quando Rondo, my high school bud. Listen, man, we got a great show. So let's get straight to it, man. I'm gonna ask you fellas, how your week been?
Mine ain't been too bad. It's been a little long week. We've been, been working, and that's all it's been. School shopping for kids, getting kids a whole bunch
Facts.
of dropping money.
Make sure you like and share, motherfuckers. I went to school shopping for Aviana. A true story. I went to school shopping for her. I spent $270 on a pair of shoes and 2 shirts.
Yeah, you ain't getting nothing for your money now.
You say how much?
$270 for a pair of shoes and 2 shirts.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you gonna get.
He ain't shopping.
And I had to go get her hair, and I had to pay for her hair to get done too today.
Yeah,
so
shoes probably would.
But the shoes itself is almost $200.
no, the shoes were $170.
Yeah,
So shit. How was your week, Quando?
Shit, same shit. Busy. Groundhog Day. Shit, everything.
Yo, school shopping do suck, but we had a backpack drive. None of us should have been going back shopping for school supplies. We had a whole backpack drive, which I whooped your ass in the first 5 seconds of the race. It's a fact. Y'all can look it up. Go look it up on the Smartest Dumb People page.
You probably had a nightmare that day. He said,
I beat LeBron in the race. Make sure y'all go check that out, man. Listen, let's get straight to it, bro.
In the first 2 seconds when I thought he was bullshitting.
Make sure y'all like and share, motherfuckers. Let's get to it. All right, first topic, man. No, it's not a topic. I'm sorry. It's a question. Question of the day. Young lady made a post on WorldStar speaking on top 5 things a man should never have to do if he has a woman. We'll watch the clip. We'll be right back with
63 made a video that went viral where he listed 5 things that he believes a woman should never have to do when she has a man in her life. Now, I would like to do my version of 5 things a man should never have to do when he has a woman in his life. And this is a man who is taking care of business. We're not talking about you bums out there. Okay, here goes. Number 1, a man should never have to pack his own lunch. You're already cooking dinner. Why not set an extra chicken leg, an extra potato, and an extra serving of broccoli to the side when you cook so he can have a lunch ready to go in the morning? I'm telling you, it's a big flex for him to be sitting in that break room with coworkers and he's got a nice lunch packed and it's smelling good, and throw a little note in there and telling him what you're going to do later on that night. And he blush, big flex. Number 2, a man should never have to ask for encouragement. The world beats our men up enough. Why is he being beat up at home? If this man is handling all of his business and he has a day where he's feeling down and he's feeling like he can't do it, encourage that man. Speak life into that man, because the better he feels, the better he can make you feel. Teamwork. Number 3, a man should never have to ask to be celebrated. We expect him to do all of these things for us, and you can't say thank you. You can't say, I appreciate you. You can't make a big deal when he walks into the house with something new for you. You can't make a big deal when he cuts the grass and he got them lines perfectly. You can't celebrate that man for handling business. Celebrate that man. And sometimes you need to make a big deal out of it so he feels the desire to keep doing it. Number 3, this man should never have to ask for intimacy. Why are we using it as a weapon? You want him to get up and handle business without being asked. Why you can't handle business without being asked? Why does he have to beg and plead and bribe you to handle his physical needs? What did your grandmama teach you? You never let a man leave out of the house angry, hungry, or keep playing. And last but not least, a man should never have to ask for support. If this man is a visionary, if he's leading his house, if he is operating in the capacity that benefits everybody in his family, when he comes to you with a plan and he tells you, baby, what do you think? You need to be saying, I'm on board. And what can I do? Because the better your family operates, the better everybody is in whole, the easier your job is ultimately. Support that man when he's doing positive things and put in effort to help him so y'all can build together and be a dream team. 63.
All right, so that's the actual clip, man. Young lady, man, I thought she was spot on. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man. She was spot on because she was talking to, and there we could, if we want to really counteract that shit, we can give top 5 things a woman should never do.
But
we could do that
off a video, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
Should have had that.
No, but we didn't. I didn't give a fuck. I'm a man. I don't need a man's opinion. My goal is to figure out the woman. What's your opinion? Is your goal to figure out the woman, or because like I feel like my top 5 things I know I wouldn't allow a woman to do. I don't need a man to tell me that because I feel like I'm a man. You don't agree with that?
He would be given the top 5 things women should not have to do.
Yeah, but don't you think you can come up with that? You've been a man your whole life.
It's good to see where she was going off of to go ahead and get her.
So,
however, I do agree with her like wholeheartedly on what her things were, and it could be more things because everybody got their own top 5 things.
Yeah.
However, those things are fairly important, and that's some of those things that men do mention pretty often. And then one thing that she did state on there that you got to be specific on was she was like. The man that's already taking care of everything, the man that's doing right, the not, you know what I'm saying? He's already doing the things. He's not, not cheating on you. He's not doing the little BS and all that. So he's doing all these things, paying the bills, having your back. He's kind of taking care of all these things as well. It should just be reciprocated.
I feel like with the top 5 that she broke down, one of the first things she said was make his lunch. Second thing she said was put a little note in there, and make him smile. Listen, to this day, I swear to God, I remember this dude. His name is Travis. I worked with him at Walmart. Travis had a wife, and I'll be like, and Travis was my trainer for months at Walmart. We were stockers, and Travis was like, I was like, Travis, what you got to eat today? And this motherfucker will pull out this gourmet meal every day. He'd be like, my wife knows I don't like my macaroni and cheese to touch my cornbread, and just like shit like that. And I was just sitting there like, think I'm about to get a TV dinner out of this motherfucker. I'm about to buy a TV dinner at Walmart. So, but he taught me that. His name is Travis, and then he had this big ass fossil that he would carry around that was full of Kool-Aid. He's like, my wife only drink fruit punch. And I was just like, I always wanted that. Listen, and I'll never forget that nigga name. I'll never forget his name because his wife packed his shit to the T and organized it just the way he liked it. Right. So I do think that is, like she said, it is a big flex when but again, this is to women out there. If a man is helping you pay bills, or if a man is paying bills, and if a man is doing what he has to do and being a provider and a protector, it's your job to nurture his things that men, like, I didn't really eat today, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I was too busy working. Then I had to go get my daughter from the fucking hair salon. Then I took her and made sure. And at the whole time, I'm like, I ain't eat today. That's what a woman does. A woman is like, you eat today, babe? You know what I'm saying? And I think that we're missing that in society in some ways with women because they like, they so damn independent, they think that they don't have to do these things for a man. They don't realize that's the way to a motherfucker's heart.
And I will say that they is out there, because Mario definitely got it. I'll get the note. I'll get the whole little shebang, hey, and I'll take it and it's so cool because when you find it though, you gotta be making sure that you don't do something to mess it up though either. You know what I'm saying? So like, when someone's doing all that, giving you that extra attention, I think the thing is that men a lot of times be fucking that shit up in the end, and be taking advantage of it.
I think we should PowerPoint all of her, like what she said. So then she said a man should be celebrated. I think that's underrated too, and a lot of motherfuckers don't realize.
Leland says she's single, video fishing. So she was trying to be a pick-me? Is that possible? That's definitely possible. That's definitely possible.
She's single, video fishing. Yeah, they do that, but it's still a good point and still topics to have. So I like when she said a man should be celebrated. And all the celebration is just like, say thank you. Because I'm telling you, like, if a real man don't have an off switch, we just be in go mode. And we become a robot. And sometimes that motherfucking battery shut down and your ass like, I did all this shit, and that's what the being thankful and being celebrated and appreciated is, putting the battery in the man's back to keep going. And if you take that away from a man, I'm telling you, they'll shut down and be ready to give up on everything. And then she said that men are beat up on, attacked. And let's be honest, she's speaking on black men. This is the actual thing.
That was an interesting one that was in there, because I was like, where'd she come off with that one? She definitely just.
It was black man. I think it was because but like I just experienced at the store I worked at. Remember I was telling you how the lady was being rude to me and like really aggressive for no reason. It was being nice to everybody else. That was me being beat up. So I gotta go home and live with that to a certain extent. Like you carry that shit on your shoulder.
You mean like battered?
Yeah, like just but it's because so even like when my boss, I was like, could you please put me in the hood? I basically told him like, put me around my people. You know, I did. You know why? Because I realized.
At first you wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah, but at first, and then I realized when you go out to these way far out west places, these motherfuckers act like they ain't never seen my kind, and they treat me a certain type of way. So I was like, put me in an area that knows how to handle like a brother when I walk in there. So and I could definitely tell the difference in the vibe. When you go out way out to 175th and West Center, the motherfuckers be like, what you doing here? Can I help you, sir? I'm like, motherfucker, you don't see this? This is the company I work for.
I'm coming to help you.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I feel like, so again, when she was talking about men being beat up on, that's what I think she was meaning. I think she was specifically speaking on being a black male in today's society that gets beat up in every angle. And hell, Marshawn Lynch just got snatched out of his car and drugged like they didn't know who Marshawn Lynch was. You know why they did that? Because he was a black man.
No, they were showing an example too. Because I think when
well, what?
Do you got the video of that?
No, I don't.
But hey, that's we almost should make that decision, make the next topic. You know, if you haven't seen it, check out the Marshawn Lynch video. He's up in his car. They say that he smells like alcohol. He's being super calm. And then if you know Marshawn Lynch, he's also the dude. He don't got many words anyway.
Yeah,
he's most popular for just being like.
Right. I'm just here so I don't get fired.
That's all I'm saying for the whole interview. Hey, you asked me a question. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they pull up on him. He got his door open. He's chill as possible. You know what I'm saying? Let me, conceal myself pretty much, you know? And then eventually they end up pulling him out of the car. They're like, all right, enough of that, buddy. We're about to go ahead.
And that was how they did it.
And they pull him hard. And they put the knee up on his back and everything. And it's like, and he's not being non-confrontational.
Well, and then you got to also understand when we, let's revert, because I agree with you, Will. That's what black men see, black men all day long getting abused. So that affects me too. It sounds weird, I know, but it affects you in a way like, damn, this is the way we treat it. So then now I go about my day just watching a popular, famous man that's gotten millions of dollars, that take care of his families and communities, get slammed to the ground like he's a fucking criminal. When we all know Marshawn Lynch, that's why they need more black people in police officer uniforms too. Because I'd be like, Marshawn, come on, bro. You drunk? What happened? Like, I would approach the situation completely different.
Marshawn Lynch, we're going to chill out. We're going to figure this out.
Yeah, but we're going to have to take you to jail, bro. But we're going to take you to jail, but I'm not going to tug on you. I'm not going to force you. Even I got to sit here for 2 hours.
Come on,
seriously.
Hey, come on.
Yeah, come on.
He had nobody to relate to him, and they didn't act like they didn't know him, didn't have no recognition of him. Now, come on, man.
But yeah, I do think that the top 5 things that she was spot on, hands down. And I feel like manly things like cutting the grass and taking the trash out and do all these things, they make a woman feel sexy. They make a woman feel it allows her to feel vulnerable. Protecting a woman allows her to feel vulnerable. And let's be honest, the more a woman feels vulnerable around you, the wetter she gets. I'm gonna just call it spade a spade. The more a woman feels vulnerable around you and put that trust in you and know you're there to protect her and her well-being, it opens her soul. See, because a lot of people don't realize men are emotionally detached a lot of the times because it's hard for us to open our soul. Women, you can do little things that will help them open and become more vulnerable. It's very hard to get that from a man.
And I think what you're kind of saying, it's like that's when she's feeling secure. So like that's when you're giving her security so she can feel, so she can then open up and be vulnerable. Yeah,
for sure. So let's get to it, man. First topic, man. Dude kills himself and then he kills his three kids and then kills himself. I do want to say this. It's Suicide Month. It's Suicide Awareness Month. I want to give out the Suicide Awareness Month number. The number is 1-800-273-8255. And if you're having any issues or you're having mental breakdown or you're feeling like you're hearing voices or you're wanting to do some weird shit, please reach out to 1-800-273-8255. That is the suicide number hotline. You can call and they'll send somebody out to talk to you or try to get the shit taken care of. And I experience a lot of the times with people that go through hard times and they don't realize the value of life, I've been that person, not in my ever since I had my kids, no. But before I had my kids, when I was a teenager living with my mom and getting kicked out and getting yelled at all the time and shit like that, I definitely contemplated killing myself. Now, I think that it's not about, you really want to know if this. I think anybody that goes through trying times, like this young fella, he probably really loved this woman, and this is sick. This is sick. I want to say this too. I'm not justifying his actions. I'm just understanding some people ain't as tough or strong. What he did was some pussy shit, and he was definitely a pussy and a coward. And we had this conversation on the last show. If you're gonna kill yourself, don't take nobody with you.
Right, yeah.
Not only did he kill himself, he took his 3 kids with him. Let's watch the clip. We'll be back.
This gonna be the last time. This will be the last video I make. God rest my soul. Wook, Ovia Foreman, you are responsible for your part in this too. You chose to be a destroyer, right? It's okay, fine. You hold this. Take this with you. Tata, wow, you're a habitual cheater, and you have given yourself to men. You have given me STD behind this shit. Like, I'm not paranoid, cuz. You hear me? You fucked another recklessly. I forgave you for it. You won't even come home, baby. You won't even come home. Like, I'm a sucker. So watch this, Gayla. Watch this.
Oklahoma City police say Little John, the 3 kids, and their mom all lived together. They were called after Little John went Facebook Live, making threats to kill himself and the kids. The officers sending the helicopter for a bird's eye view and were in the process of getting an Amber Alert out. But that call came in just minutes too late.
The vehicle the man was driving pulled up into a neighborhood and parked at 411. This would have been about 3 minutes before police were notified. Sadly, he executed his own children and then turned the gun on himself.
The oldest child, just 6 years old.
The officers and detectives, they just look more heartbroken than anything.
It's even worse to open the door and actually bear witness to that scene and actually see with your own 2 eyes what's happened there.
It's gonna be the last.
All right, so that's the actual clip, man, and I want to be the first one to say, when a woman leaves him for another man, that is one of the most sickest feelings in the world. And a lot of people handle it differently. Like I said, I'm not making no excuses for this coward that killed 3 kids. But I can honestly say that I've been in situations to where I was ready to kill over a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not justifying. I'm just saying, like, if you in a serious relationship and you intimate with this person and you love this person, you'd be ready to die over that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand the theory of him killing his kids, the situation of him killing his kids and then killing himself. If you want to be a coward and kill yourself in that situation, because that was a coward move over the situation. Now, like I said, there are some people with real health issues, and like I said, I want to get the number out one more time: 1-800-273-8255. That's a suicide hotline. This man, what he did was a coward move. What's your opinion, Quando?
I think, yeah, that was definitely a coward move, but I haven't.
You never had suicidal thoughts? You never?
No.
You never been hurt to the point where you was ready to kill yourself?
Not even thinking about hurting myself. You got me fucked
Have
up.
You really?
No, I'm with around. I can never understand this. I couldn't be completely understanding of it, but you know, I'm empathetic towards it to the point where it's like I can, you know, if someone has that, you know, I can't understand why you would.
I don't understand that part.
If it is,
But, all right,
if
so
that's the case, then that's the case. Like you said, I wouldn't take. You know, I also do feel like, you know, a lot of people say that's a selfish act. You know what I'm saying?
So can we put ourselves? Because you know me, I like to always be on both sides of the fence with everything. Can we put ourselves in his shoes? He got kids by this girl. She out here fucking around on him, and she leaving him at home with the kids' dog. Let me tell you something. If you ain't never been in a
I'm cutting that short right now.
Yeah.
You don't live for her. You live for your kids.
Oh, for sure.
No, now my kids is keeping me alive anyways.
Yeah, but
I'm staying alive.
Staying alive. But you don't think, all right, so I'm just trying to, like I said, play devil's advocate in the situation and kind of give, now it's not hard to play devil's advocate for anybody that killed 3 kids. But I'm just saying, like, that's a sick feeling to be at home and you thinking about what this woman is doing with this man while you sitting here with these kids and you didn't have the kids all day long.
People think about different shit.
Yeah.
Different shit race through different people's minds. Everybody ain't the same. So some people take shit deeper than others, man. I don't know what to say. But all that shit with harming other people and harming yourself, I think that's for the birds.
Yeah, and even roll off that, I'm not going with the thought that that any of that is cool or acceptable in any kind of fashion. And then, like, I think even coming from that point, it sounds like he would have did that to then hurt her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Him, so
that's
why it's selfish. So it's like I don't really got no sympathy.
Selfish,
or nothing. I don't got no sympathy really for that.
No, I don't either.
You're not about to tell me that because she was going what. Come on now, go get your kids and take care of your kids.
I think
don't go get your kids
at the highest point.
Yeah, come on, man. No,
but we can speak in pimp terms. But we need to understand. We need to understand.
Pimp terms. I'm talking
about
life terms.
All right, yeah. but that's still a pimp term. But I'm saying, like, I'm trying to get y'all to understand exactly what you said is exactly what he did. It wasn't about him putting himself in the mind state that these are my kids. This was him, and like I said, I am an advocate for mental health. I know I got a lot of sick motherfuckers around me daily that I know need help, okay? So what I think happened in that situation, you are spot on. He tried to hurt her. He didn't give a fuck about nothing at that point. He tried to hurt her. Now, is it right? No. But I don't think he was in that mind state to where he's a father. He's in that mind state to where, how can I hurt this motherfucker that's hurting me and I'm out? You see it in his face? He said, he like made this face and I know that face was like, you can't even come home. And it was just like, he was out of it. He was just gone.
I don't think that's a mental thing. I don't think.
You don't think you can be mentally broken?
No, I don't think that was like a, I don't think that was like a mental handicap. I don't think that was anything that was like, what is that? What's that thing that we got to cut out? No, like, yeah, I don't think that was like a mental condition. I don't.
No, well, it's called a crime of passion. It's called
yeah, I barely even think it was that because he's the only nigga with
passion.
She wasn't even worried about you.
Yeah. And shout out to Liz. She's a good friend of mine, and she let me know about Suicide Awareness Month, and I knew we had this topic, so I thought we should discuss it. Shout out to her. She said there are moments when you can't control your murderous thoughts. Well, I wouldn't say that out loud to nobody, Lauren. You say that to friends. You don't say that out loud to nobody because I don't feel like that's necessarily true. Are you getting any comments? Because I ain't getting any.
I don't know if I got that. I definitely didn't get that one. I just pulled it together. But but I don't think it's that not to say it to nobody, because I think the thing is some people got morbid thoughts. Like I got morbid thoughts, but no, my morbid thoughts come from like shows and movies and stuff I don't watch. So it's like I'll be thinking of some stuff that could happen that could be really, really crazy to somebody, and I'll be thinking, and I'll just be like, oh my gosh, that's wild. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like,
I
guess it is a thing that you always say out loud, but it's like, shoot, you know what I'm saying? As long as you don't act on it, as long as you understand that just be a passing thought, it could be from a movie, it could be an implication from something.
I don't think.
Make sure you like and share.
I can't put myself in any or anybody or everybody's shoes, but when it comes to your family and your situation, I don't think that fucking your family up or killing your family, that's
like that father that we talked about. He killed his wife and his side chick, but not his kids. So he was in that mind state, like you said, I'm not here to hurt my kids. My kids is my life. So it's not admirable because he killed 2 women in that situation, and one was pregnant, so obviously he killed the infant that was in her stomach. But there is a difference in the way you think. And that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes I do believe there's people that consciously think, and I think there's people that just black out. And in my head, because I try to fathom the two. I try to put myself in this man's shoes, and it's impossible.
What happened? He didn't give a fuck.
Man, my baby's gonna live. Like Willie said, my baby. That's why I'm on earth, and I appreciate you for saying that, King. That was dope. You said it best, nigga. Like I live for my kids. That's not gonna happen. So let's get to a lighter topic, because you know this is a heavy topic, and like I said, shout out to Lauren for bringing up the Suicide Awareness Month. I appreciate you for saying that. We'll speak on that all year or all month. So let's get to the next topic. Willie, we got funny clip of the day. Grab that cowbell. Grab that cowbell. Funny clip of the day. Funny clip of the day. So
it is when I beat you at racing.
So
this ain't the
funny clip of the day. So I was in a situation recently to where I gave a car back. Okay, and I swear to God, I want to slap the shit out of this car salesman so bad. There's people out there that love their cars so much because their cars run properly. Let's watch what this man did at 2 a.m. in Louisville. His car was about to be repossessed. The comments is funny. We can talk about the comments. This is the actual clip. We'll be right back with you. Alright, so that's the actual clip, man. Dude tried to save his car by pulling out a gun on the repossession man. Quando, what did you just say? Say that again for the audience.
I was saying, is that a charge on the guy that pulled the gun out on the guy?
But he could have killed that. He could have killed that man.
On the tow truck driver.
He could have killed that man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he could have killed
that man.
I'm not even saying, not even. I'm just saying pulling the gun out on him. What is that?
I think, but I thought this shit was hilarious. I cried.
It was funny for the basis of it. It got him the desired result that he looked for.
And he definitely
away from my car.
And he definitely moved his car right after that motherfucker pulled off.
This ain't that deep for me to take the car in my life.
It's 2023 or 2022. If y'all don't think that companies have little fucking tracking devices on all vehicles, you can't just used to be able to park your car at your auntie house that nobody knows about. That shit's gone. There's GPS in the world. There's Uber. There's fucking everything that has your location.
Your car gonna be gone.
So if you ain't got a garage, your ass is grass. Let me tell you. So
I'm thinking Buddy might get hit with some type of charge.
No, man. No, that dude could have killed him. And I hate to make it a serious topic, but if you think about it, that Jack don't have no. All right, so
I'm saying the dude that pulled the gun out is probably gonna get charged with something.
In the field, anytime you're working in the field with heavy machinery, you have to understand soft tissues don't have a chance, and that goes for bones. meet. So in that situation, once that lift is going up and you see this man in front of his car, you have to stop, or you're going to hurt him.
No.
I'm telling you, bro. That's how.
Yeah, what is this dude talking about? What are you talking? Have you not seen the fucking parking show? They don't give a fuck if you stand on anything.
Yeah, you can be riding on that bitch. They
are taking the car. What are you talking about? They're like, sir, sorry, you're gonna get in the car. I'm taking it with you inside the car. People that did all that shit. Then you must not watch the parking show. Clearly, you don't know the parking show.
I want to watch this funny clip one more time. Funny clip one more time. Alright, so I just wanted to show that clip one more time, man. That shit was, I was literally crying laughing. Because I was like, this nigga was like, nigga, it's either, they got there in the comments, motherfuckers like, he had a job interview tomorrow. Nigga's life was on the line. He had a job interview tomorrow. Let's get to the next topic, man.
You gonna rewatch it and then switch?
I feel like we touched. It was funny. I wanted to see it one more time for my own eyes. So ETSG, what's the name? You said it's
ETSG.
ETSG. Did you see the video?
It's EST.
EST.
Yeah, everybody shine together.
Everybody shine together. And what's he? Okay. Anyway, Sister Rico charges. Sister Rico charges with these rappers is coming out. They still that prosecutor said there's 2 more Rico charges coming out for big name rap artists or hip hop artists, and they haven't came out now. So everybody got to play it safe. So we all know ETSG, whatever Willie said.
Yeah, you got an ESTG.
Okay. He literally raps. All of these rappers rap about violence, but you got to see the sarcasm, man. The sarcasm. And to leave me the fuck alone. This is how my Facebook post look right now. Let's watch the clip of him trying to break down his words, but he's really just like, y'all ain't getting me on no Rico. Here it goes.
Body a nigga try me. We just spun for 3 hours straight and pulled over Donnie's. Spun, that's like, we had a good basketball run at the court, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. You just keep on running them games back to back to back. We just pulled over at Donnie's just to get some rehydration. I'ma get down on him broad day for disrespecting hours. Run the place bugging, I keep running up the mileage. I mean like, damn, like get down on it. I ain't mean no tough stuff. I was mean like, we're gonna dance battle, like we're gonna settle it out the music way. It's crazy, ain't too many things changed since I got famous. And every time I died, 3 new niggas replace them. They get that gang a brand new name, then they don't claim them. It's like Call of Duty, like I be playing the game a lot. My opponents on the game, like every time, you know what I'm saying, they respawn, like they join people in the game, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like never ending. They might switch their whole team up on there and act like they ain't just lose to you. Their body, a nigga try me. We just spun for 3 hours straight and pulled over Donnie's. Spun.
Alright, so that's the actual clip, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I don't want to live in this world if we gotta be that person. Like,
that was perfection, dog.
That was great.
Hey, that was funny as hell. Hey, I ain't seen that until right now, and dog, that's funny as hell. He said, "Nah, we talking about Call of Duty. Hey, if I knocked out them, he might get a whole new team." Like, y'all ain't about to keep making it seem like I'm about to keep comparing it to this other shit. I'm on the sticks. What we talking about?
Yeah.
Nah, all right, hey, nah. Keep it up, guys. Hey.
But like I said, I'm keeping it a buck. That's the way. I used to post some ratchet, funny, use the B word. Man, Facebook ain't fun no more. It's no different. Like rap, you can still rap it, but make sure you explain yourself, which he did on the Genius podcast. Right. You have to, because they're literally now using the rapper's words and twisting them and using them. Don't get me wrong, I do believe there's a such thing called real rap. For sure.
That's real rap, but and it's fine, but you have so when you put when you put that real spit out there and then spin it off directly after you put that out there. Mm-hmm. So it ain't nothing coming behind you. I was talking about this on this rap. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that shit out there before you put the album out.
Right.
Yeah, but that'll be a lot of work to
it's like doing more interviews, doing more things where you gotta explain
more footwork. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, but stand 10 toes down upon your shit, and like, you know, also with that same thing that he was doing, where it's like, I think people should think about it more like what he's saying. So, for example,
I agree.
Because this is the thing, the RICO only comes from the comparison to real events. So it's like, if you do run it off of exactly what he was talking about, we can have a lot more fun.
Yeah.
We can have a lot more crazy ass and shit like that.
What if
he'll be fired?
But what if he's literally talking? You're 100% right. But what if he's literally talking about Call of Duty? That's what I'm saying. Like,
then the shit line up anyways.
Your storyline gonna line up anyway.
It's not even gonna line up anyways. Hey, the dates ain't gonna match, the names ain't gonna match, none of that's gonna match. So let's not match nothing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go like they said, if you gonna detail the whole thing, then is that really on them that they like, oh well.
Yeah, but I'm saying
they put the dots together. No, that ain't their fault.
But imagine putting a motherfucking album out and then putting a retrack just to comment on what you thought was gonna happen. See how many people will buy that too.
I think you're spot on, and I think that's the problem with the RICOs, and that's why they get caught. They said shit like, he went to his mama house, we shot that shit up, and then they like, on this day, such and such mama house was shot up. Yeah. We know, we got text messages of this man beefing with wife and Lucci and all of this shit. This shit really happened. So I mean, man, that shit weird how they using the words of rappers, because like, come on, let's listen to Tupac Hit 'Em Up. That nigga went nuts.
Yeah.
And I don't believe he fucked Faith.
Right.
But that ain't got nothing to do with killing nobody.
We gonna
and he probably did fuck Faith. I do believe he fucked her.
All right, so he would get a RICO for that.
How you can't get a RICO for fucking a bitch?
No, Ron, I wasn't meaning those terms, buddy. I was not.
No. I'm just saying. I'm saying. You saying reality versus the song?
Yeah, I'm saying like if everything Tupac said was reality, bro. Which a lot of when he was beefing with niggas was not. He was just talking about what he wanted to do to niggas. He wasn't really out there doing the shit. Matter of fact, when we had Keith Murray on the show, Keith Murray said like, Tupac said, man, I've been shot, man. I ain't trying to. That's with his beef records being out. He's like, nigga, this is entertainment, sir. We just trying to sell records.
Yeah, right.
So
and that's what the new rappers need to say. It's just entertainment.
Yeah.
And they get on that wave and stuff now. You know, I think people got to just kind of understand that, hey, we not about to explain these raps. If y'all gonna like the raps and understand it, we gonna go ahead.
I would never do nothing to that guy.
I should have used that TikTok video to do with the earplug in, had the police officer badge, and he was sitting there listening to the rap song. He said, "We got the nigga." Y'all remember that? He was like, I gotta send it to you, bro. It's funny as fuck. He basically listened to a whole song and he's like, "We got the nigger," and then like walked off. But
see, the thing is though, I'm not, that is funny, but the thing is, cops don't even be that good. You know what I'm saying? So if you really think about it, hey, if you watch all of the crime shows, the Wires, the CSI, the only person that really gets people like that is a really, really try hard police officer.
Yeah,
and most police officers let that shit slide.
No, but nowadays they got niggas on the force and really detailing that shit down now.
Yeah,
this is what happened. This is what he's saying what happened. Oh, hey, look back right there at this time. This is a nigga breaking a nigga shit down.
But they got their ear to the streets though. They more like a Denzel Washington up in Training Day that be right in the hood, that be actually right noticing everything that's going on, and then bringing it back to
I'm just saying,
it's
footwork. It's footwork. Don't. Hey,
all right. I'm sorry. I'm good. Because I was about to hit y'all with that.
Handle it. Like it there, motherfucker.
No, I'm about to hit y'all with the next topic. Next topic. These parents came out with a video to where they locking their kids in a room with the ghost and leaving them in there.
Yes.
Let's have this conversation. Let's watch the clip, man. These challenges are becoming mental abuse, man. Let's watch the challenge. All right, so I can't wait to have this conversation, man. And I'll start with this. I still to this day, you can ask my son and his mom. I was being funny, and you know how all parents go into Walmart during Halloween. I put a mask on, and my son he was still in the cart, man. He was a baby. He was nothing but 2 or 3 years old, but he was bad as fuck with a little silver teeth. My son was the real ghetto child that they say the little kid with the silver teeth is bad. He was bad as fuck. So I wanted to get him back. I put a mask on, and I did this to him. I turned around. Listen, to this day, man, I still remember my son's face at that moment. He probably lost all trust in me. And what I'm trying to understand, and it was definitely a joke between me and my wife, and my wife at the time, and what I'm trying to get across to people is, our job is not to hurt our children, ever, ever. My daughter she has a cupcake life. I'm serious. Like, I've never ever hurt my daughter emotionally. And to me, putting the kids in a room and playing the ghost, these kids, they know your cell phone has filters. They know your cell phone can do tricks.
Right.
But so in their eyes, and these kids, you gotta understand, they still 5, 6 years old. So in their eyes, this cell phone is real. They don't realize that the cell phone can now put a stranger behind you and pop up. Or a spider run across your face.
No, I think the thing is they understand, but no other thing is that I think about this that we was kind of speaking on off the thing is like you don't want to build traumas in your kid. You know what I'm saying? This is one of those things, just like where it is with clowns, where it just is with spiders and all, and snakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, people usually get fearful of these things because of a childhood experience. And the thing is, you don't want to build no thing to your, you don't want to force no childhood experience trauma onto your kid by doing stuff
for
like
some
this.
fucking clout.
Yeah, just for a trend. You know what I'm saying? You following trends to then traumatize your child almost possibly for a lifetime.
I believe I like what y'all said with that. Like, you don't want to build that, but the thing is, I believe in what y'all saying with that. That you don't want to build trauma. Hey, going forward in their life. But we was younger, and you know what I'm saying. We say, hey, you gotta watch Freddy Krueger. You gotta watch all this shit.
You gotta watch some scary
shit. It kind of built character back in the day, man. It's
never watching scary movies. Never built character from the parent, because as a parent, you never.
It ain't built for the character.
You never
for your parent.
But as a parent, you never, like, my kids are into scary movies because that's like my family that I built. My family that I built. That was our tradition. Any best scary movie coming out, we're going to see it. Now, granted, if my daughter didn't want to go because she was scared, she stayed with her grandma. Not saying that ever happened. I'm just saying I never put my kids in a situation to where they were forced to understand something that they can't.
But I think. Oh, go ahead. Right?
No, I'm saying we was forced to sit with our older siblings, and when this shit is on TV. You gonna watch that shit, regardless of the fucking fact though. If you wanted to watch it, or
well, that's because we only had one room and one TV, and there was a floor model, and motherfuckers had to watch what was on TV.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
All right, so
I think your older, but the thing is with that, I think that's different with that. Is your older sibling did that, not your parent. Like, your parent will come in and reprimand the older sibling. Don't scare your little brother. You know, your older sibling is the one that's like giving all that. Like, my older sibling, I used to be scared of it, right? So under the It movie, they used to be talking about, like, you know, one of the kids' names is Billy, right? So I'm going downstairs. I'm about to come back up the stairs. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking back up the stairs. All of a sudden, I hear him talking about Willie, and I'm just like, dog. I run up the stairs. Do. Hey, till this day, I don't love being downstairs in my basement. I don't love it.
But that's why as I think I gotta make a point. That's where I think as being black and black culture, we didn't realize the trauma that we were. Like for you to say that, that's exactly what I be trying to explain to people. Like, there's certain things that I worry about 24/7 that I won't even speak on the show. I'm just saying, like, but it's because of the trauma that was built up from being a child.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
The smallest thing
will trigger you. Yeah, or bring up the smallest thing, like having a dark basement will make you feel like, damn, I'm back in that time. You know, I can't look at a goddamn cup of lemonade.
Alright, let's do it again.
If it's warm, I'm not gonna drink it.
Hey, no, but it's so funny though. We related. I think what also we did off the earlier was we related this back to the fighting challenge, and it's like, don't abuse your children's trust. You know what I'm saying? Like partial serious moment. I'll be trying to tell people you can't be promising your kids things and then turn around and no matter what your situation is, not follow through on your promise. You know what I'm saying? You're inherently teaching your kids not to go by their word. To tell someone that they will do something and then not go behind.
So hey, if I tell my kids something, if I can't come through, I'll call them. Like today ain't gonna. Hey. Today I'm kind of wound up. I cannot make this day because I want to do this and that and this and that and other. But I will double back and make sure that. Cause back in the day, like, I'll be still waiting at the door for my dad or whatnot, like still waiting. But you know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that, Quando, because you got two parents in your life. Your pops, you love your pops, you adore your pops and your moms.
I adore my pops, yeah, I love my pops, yeah, but I'm saying.
You try to kiss you.
I remember the times when he said he gonna come, but he never came, and I still been waiting.
Do you remember the time he tried to kiss you at the bowling now?
I remember the time my dad kissed me, and I said, no, I don't need no kid, you too old. Yeah, I'm not, but he's like, shit, nigga, you my son. Yeah.
And he kissed you in the mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that. I'll probably be okay with that.
No, I didn't kiss my son in the mouth.
It's my dad.
Yeah.
No, I never get. No,
but the thing is, he was never. He never gave. He was proud of me. It was a proud moment. It was a proud moment.
All right, so a proud moment. You should be. If LeBron James, if Davion won the championship on the game winner, I'm running on the floor and kiss him. I kiss him anyway on his forehead and shit like that, and he'd still be like, "Dog, you bugging." You know what I'm saying?
That was the moment I was at. Like, you bugging, but he like, nigga, I'm your dad. Nigga, I can do what I feel.
I gotta say this, man, because you gotta understand, man, what my cousin just said about 3 minutes ago.
And the thing is, my dad ain't never gave me a kiss on ever. So it was a moment for him.
Coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's a moment for him. He wanted to. I never had a kiss from my dad, so it's like.
I gotta address this, man, because. My cousin, this is not just a man on the show or anything like this. This is my actual blood cousin. Like, our moms are sisters, man. And I'm more and more impressed at the things you say as being a parent. Because we had a very tight-knit family, but we also had a lot of trauma in our family. Mm-hmm. And for you to be the father that you are, because I could say this about your dad, I know personally. Your dad did a lot of time, but your dad came home and he was the best provider, right? But he also, I can tell from just our interactions and him being my uncle, he didn't have the emotional state that you have with your kids. And I appreciate that, brother, because like, you're a dope father. And I'm learning that more and more that we have conversations on this panel and on this show, and you too, Quando, is that like, you get it. You just get what it is to be a parent. And a lot of us don't, even in our family, a lot of us don't get it. And I can honestly say, if I'm being honest with you, I think all of our fucking family members are great parents. We got Quisha, we got Carl, we got Shalita, we got Nisi, we got Turkey. And all of these parents, I don't know what the fuck happened, but you just get it. And I feel like we could have missed it with the way our parenting was. Because like your dad was a big 6'8" nigga from prison, buff dude. You know what I'm saying?
He's grown and built not to show too much emotional connection to people. Facts. Because you built it in whatever scenario that you built it. You're giving the cards that you built. You know what I'm saying? I give a lot of that credit, I think, like you said, to my older sister, because you know you got to see an example from it somewhere in order for you to.
She's an amazing mother. I just
you know what I'm saying? And it's like I go over to her house when I'm a kid, and then we kicking it over there. We having a good time and everything, and then I see how they interact. And I'm like, dude, when I'm thinking about it, that's kind of more so what I want than what I get and what I receive.
And that's facts.
You know, also within the same sense, it's like we go through the trauma as we're all kids, right? And then you know, you got two different ways. People can grow up and they can be just like their parent, or they can be just the opposite of their parent. You know what I'm saying? In most cases, I feel like I'm just the opposite in like some senses from things I've seen as a kid, because you don't want to get that same thing that you felt as a kid down to your kid. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm probably the most open-minded, friendly.
It's definitely best to give the opposite. I think as our upbringing, it's the best to give the opposite and open up all avenues and don't go the hardest on these.
Like even with me as a parent, my father, like his door is open, but it's not always open. So with me, I gave my kids keys to my place. My son has a car. My son can pull up right now and walk in, and I would be happy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? There is no limit to what I want to do as a parent, but I give my kids the option that my father didn't give me. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have to call my dad. Man, I tell you like this, and this is no jab at my father because he's a good father, but he's just an old school father. And he lived by some certain code. I can't go knock on my dad's door right now at 9 o'clock. He'll be like, he'll come in his pajamas like, what the hell you wake me up for? What you here? And then we'll be standing at the door talking. There ain't gonna be no open the door and let me in. I'm just keeping it a buck because that's what we do on the show. There ain't no opening the door and letting me in. Would your father, if you came to your dad's house right now at 9 o'clock once the show is over, would your father open the door and let you in, or would you be standing at the door?
Now, I will say this about Pops is like, you grow to learn, you know what I'm saying? So like, as those parents have gotten, I think, into this newer generation and growing, they have learned some more, but they are also still reluctant to also explain to someone that they learned or changed their ways. You know what I'm saying? So my dad now, you know, I lost my brother, one of my older brothers around this time last year, like literally, like right around what's today?
Your dad got
around like
kids?
Yeah, I got 2 older brothers, and I think around like August 10th or so last year, my brother had died, right? And my dad then seen from that point forward after my brother had died.
Today was one of my. I lost a brother today, by the way.
Your brother? Condolences, man.
I lost a brother today.
Yeah, that's just
on this day. On this day.
Not
in the past,
today, but
today, on this day.
In the past, right?
Yeah, in the past, on this day of this year. Not this year, today. But yeah.
Day, and you know what I'm saying, once we had lost him, you know what I'm saying, it could have been even before that, but you know, one of the things that my dad does now, he does anything that he can to extend that hand. You know what I'm saying?
Feel like
that he got an open door. So you know what I'm saying? So my dad always tells me the house that he got now, the house is for me and all my brothers to split. You know what he says now? He said it was for all y'all to split as 4 brothers, but now I only got 3 sons, so now it's for the 3 of y'all to split. You know what I'm saying? You see that it's affected him. You know what I'm saying?
But why does death have to? And this is a
and it don't have to.
Why does death have to affect?
Before the death, all this. So why do you have to stand on the doorstep? Why can't, even if it happened on the first time, why can't you break that barrier like Pops? If I come to your door.
Well, that's just, I want to say
I'm just saying, but have you had that conversation?
Yes, it's not my dad. It's not my father. It's the way they move. And what I mean by that is, I got a bunch of uncles, and I got one uncle. I gotta give respect to my uncle that I love. Shout out to my uncle Roosevelt. I'm with him every Sunday, and I promise you, out of all the Johnsons, Roosevelt will open his door and go sit down and expect me to come in. Mm-hmm. Like it's just something in him that he just got.
You had that conversation with your pop.
Like, no, it's not personal. It's not personal. I don't take it personal. Let me tell you why. Because my dad is stuck in his way.
But have you had that conversation?
Because I think what Ron's saying, this is the thing that's going on with this newer generation. This newer generation is, this is why I think we're only going to get better as parents, and they're only going to be better as parents. Right. They willing to come to their parent and not hold no bars.
I ain't hold none.
And be like, hey, that wasn't cool, and I didn't like how that kind of was. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, don't have me at the door and I'm trying to come to your door and holler at you.
No,
that's all I'm saying. Have you had? Did you say that?
But listen, my parents are different than yours, and I can speak from experience for me.
Okay, I'm talking about experience.
And my parents they just live by a certain code. And there is no change. I want to say this.
I think what he's saying is like his parents still got the growing to do, and they ain't willing to accept it.
That's
so
did you put the energy out there?
And him saying that he
didn't put the energy out there like,
listen, I forced my kids to call my dad. Shout out to my pops. I love my pops.
I'm worried about you.
I forced my kids to call my dad. He just got over COVID. and I was worried about him. He called me sick. I said, Pop, I'm worried about you. Called him all the time. Had my kids call him, reach out to him. But that's something I started. See, if my dad's mom got COVID, I probably wouldn't even know. Unless I called my grandma personally.
Right.
And that's what the barrier I'm trying to break is that when family, rest in peace to our grandma, Alma Jones, but before our grandma died, I was trying my hardest to like build that rapport with her to where I'm your grandson. And then eventually Granny started calling me, hey dude, you think you can do this for me? Hey dude, and I'll never forget it. And this is no jab at none of my cousins, but one of my cousins said to me, I was like, hey cuz, we should start taking grandma to go get her favorite Subway sandwich. It's a cold cut Subway sandwich. And this thing, he was like, why would we do that? Well, I'm gonna do that for her. Because nigga, that's your grandma. And your grandma is sitting at home by herself all day long, lonely. And all she got is Willie and Alice across the street. Let's go visit our grandma weekly and check on her. So before my grandma passed, I bought her a necklace for Christmas, and shout out to Yida. Yida said Granny had it by her side when she passed, and she held the cross or whatever I bought her. But it was just me trying to create a relationship with her, like I tried with my dad or I tried with my mom.
Creating that relationship is different than having the real conversation of, hey, what you doing, Pops, is just not the way to do it.
I agree.
So like you extending the olive branch and then not having the conversation. So even what you're saying is like, hey, I done try to show you the same thing I want in return. I think what a lot of people get misconstrued. You'll try to be showing someone the same thing that you want to get in return, but you're not explaining to them, hey, I'm only doing this because I'm looking for this in return, or like this is what I'm trying to show you.
I think J.R. Sanchez said it the best. He said the best thing my dad taught me was how not to be a father. Now, what my dad did teach me is to be a provider, but he did not teach me how to be a father. And I agree with J.R. He taught me how to be a provider.
I understand, but I'm talking about
I taught myself
to your dad. I'm talking about to your dad.
Neither one of my parents taught me how to be a parent. None of them. Neither one of them.
But I'm saying, when you knock on the door, okay, first time.
You gotta go. I'm telling you the truth. I would never expose my father. I love my father to death. But I'm telling you, ain't no invitation 24/7. My dad, if I knocked on my daddy's door right now, he would be like, well, what the fuck you want? Oh. And then we would be standing there at the door.
But that's also because he expects you to be a provider and not have to be in that situation.
Yeah.
But the thing is, have you had the conversation to break the barrier? To be like, Pops, okay, the first time I'm asking you a question.
Would I yell at my dad like that? Are you saying that?
No, he's saying, have you actually been like Pops?
Yes.
That was actually wrong.
Yes. And a shout out to my cousin Flanders. He said the best thing that I could have ever said about. He said the Johnsons are just emotionally attached when it comes to their kids. They just don't understand. No, emotionally detached.
Yeah.
They just don't understand. Like I said, my son could walk through the door. That's my son. My son come before me. But these old school parents, they just don't understand how trauma affected us as kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ran away from my father's house when I was 13 years old because my dad was blah, blah, blah. He was going to whoop me because I didn't clean the kitchen. And I went to basketball practice and did some shit I wasn't supposed to do. My dad was going to whoop me. I ran away and moved back with my mama. My daddy said to me, you'll never live with me again. Okay? And I never lived with my dad again. I was 13 years old. So there's plenty of, and this is not about my father. I was just speaking on being a good father. Like, I know we didn't have the best childhood. We had a great childhood. I can't speak for you because I'm not you. I just know your parents from afar, and I know my parents. But I'm impressed at how you handle Camille, Lil Will, and your other baby. I just think you're an amazing father, cuz I love Ron. You're a dope father, nigga. You had a kid when we was in high school, and took care of him. So, but we was talking about being parents, and I thought it was only right.
I was just.
But I can't go to my dad. What the fuck can I go? I can't do that. My dad.
I wouldn't say what the fuck. I wasn't saying that. I wasn't saying all that rah.
All right, so you think? All right, so let's before we get out of here, I want to ask you. You think that my dad's door should always be open to me? So Willie, if you go to your house,
I think if you knock on your dad's door, it should be you can walk in and wonder why the fuck you here and have a conversation, and not stand outside the door.
Yeah. And then even in the case of your dad opening the door, honestly, and like this kind of addresses both of y'all things. If his dad opens the door and asks him what the fuck you want, if he is actually vulnerable enough to be like, hey,
this is what I want to highlight you about.
I really did at the door. Hey, and you really break it to him, I don't think he gonna be like, nigga, that's your problem.
He ain't gonna stop.
I think he gonna be like,
he ain't gonna stop the door, but I'm just saying,
I'm gonna deal with whatever I'm gonna deal with.
I was just saying, my pop is gonna be annoyed in general.
But you know what? Being annoyed is okay though. If the end result is you actually helping, you being annoyed is a.
I'm just saying, I don't think he wouldn't have you standing at the doorstep having a vulnerable conversation.
I wouldn't want my dad to kiss me in the lips though, so we good.
Yeah, everything.
Hey,
You win.
Hey guys.
You win.
Hey guys.
You win then.
Hey guys.
Handle your business, man.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. Hey, Caucasian, we not kissing nobody around here after 21. I'll just play around.
Because if you walked up to your motherfucking dad's door and he said, "What the fuck you want?" I bet you was wanting the motherfucking kiss then. You wanted that affection then.
Goddamn fool. Hey. This is the smartest dumb people. We'll see y'all Tuesday. We got Say Something Sunday coming up this Sunday. I think Yolanda and them doing the show for Say Something Sunday. Hey, this is the smartest dumb people. Anthony That Dude Johnson, Quando Rondo, Willie ABN. All right, guys, what I need for you guys to go ahead and do is go over to our YouTube page. Make sure you like, subscribe there, and also check out our Instagram and make sure you follow us there, man. We'll give a follow back for sure. Holla at us. Alright guys, what I need for you guys to go ahead and do is go over to our YouTube page, make sure you like, subscribe there, and also check out our Instagram and make sure you follow us there, man. We'll give a follow back for sure. Holla at us. Alright guys, what I need for you guys to go ahead and do is go over to our YouTube page, make sure you like, subscribe there, and also check out our Instagram and make sure you follow us there, man. We'll give a follow back for sure. Holla at us.